Hey everybody, it's Mark Vines again here at the Sanchez Academy in Naples, Florida. If you haven't been here, you need to come here and experience it. Come see me, come play a tournament here. Anyway, today we're going to talk about Purposeful Practice. This is part 3, okay? Part 1 we went over already. There's a video on that, and let's talk about goal setting and short-term goals, mid-term goals, long-term goals. And then part 2, we talked about intense focus, which means you have to deal with player versus coach out here when you're out there playing, and also clarity of thought and clarity of purpose. So go back and look at those videos. If you don't remember that, haven't seen it, go back and look me up. Today we're going to talk about immediate feedback. That's the third characteristic of having purposeful practice. You need immediate feedback. What does that mean? That means you need real-time changes as it's happening. You know, to videotape your match and then have somebody look at it days later. If that's the best you can do, then that's all right. But it's great to have your pro out there when you're taking your lesson, you're working with your coach to give you feedback immediately. However, you don't want to be spoon-fed. Do not get spoon-fed by your pro, okay? What I mean by that is I have guys all the time who take a lesson and they say, oh yeah, my pro tells me on every shot what I'm doing well, what I'm doing bad. That means you're not thinking. You're being spoon-fed. You need to think for yourself. You need to figure out yourself, because when you're out there playing a match, you've got to figure it out. So do it in practice. So when I work with guys, what I do is I'll work with them, I'll hit them some balls for 5 or 6, 7 shots. They may miss a few, make a few. I'm gonna say, what did you do? So he's gonna have to become more self-aware and coach himself, okay? And that is immediate feedback. That's immediate feedback to yourself. If you don't have a pro or a coach who can give you that immediate feedback, do a video just like we did here, okay? Go out there, videotape yourself serving the ball, and then look at it, and then say, well, that's not what I want, or maybe that's what I want, I'm not sure. If you're not sure what to do, send it to a pro. Give it to your coach. Send it to me. I'll look at it for you. I'll analyze it for you, okay? But use your video, okay? The best way to get immediate feedback is through yourself. Use the inner coach that's in you, okay? And let him guide you, okay? What does that mean? That means he's got to talk to you out loud, okay? Not in your head. Okay, say it out loud. The coach needs to be positive, he needs to be constructive, he needs to be logical. As a player, what we typically do is we are more on the emotional side of thinking versus the logical side of thinking, okay? So when you get that feedback, you want to have logical feedback, and you have to determine whether that you know, it's very difficult to determine sometimes whether it's a technical error or a tactical error, and we'll talk about that in a future video. But what you want to do is you want to be able to handle yourself, and you need to be able to overcome failures, okay? So use what I just told you today and go get them. Have a great practice and a good match. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.